Number 2, prayer is the channel to hear and understand the voice of God. Prayer is the channel to hear and understand the voice of God. The voice of God is not just an audible voice. The voice of God is not just a what? An audible voice. Or Justin, can I use you for an illustration real quick? Is that okay? Okay, you might come in up here. I want you to stand right here. Y'all give it up for Brother Justin real quick. Great man. I want you to look at me. Look at me. And I want you to try to move according to my communication. Okay? Everyone looking at me? Okay. I want you to try to move according to my what? Communication. So, lift up your hands. Okay. Did you realize something? He put down his hands, right? Okay. Okay. Do you realize something? He lifted his other hand. Can you jump for a second? What do you see him do? Okay, now wait. Everybody look at me. Everybody lift up your hands. Someone is speaking up on that. Someone is shaking their head. Okay, most people are nodding their head. Now you wait for a second. That is how the voice of the Lord is. It's not just the audible voice. That's important. We have to hear the voice. It's actually one of the mark of our faith. But sometimes God is just doing this. Come on. Sometimes it's... And if you don't understand in the spirit, that's time to run. You're still there like... You know, sometimes it's this. But just some of us don't know how to do this. You can be David and you're going to fight Saul. It doesn't work no matter how you think your intellect is. It's only the people that understand the Bible that get what I just said. You can be David and you think you're going to kill Saul because it's after you. Because sometimes God will tell you, even to your enemy, you need to do this. But it takes someone that have prayed themselves up in the spirit to understand God brought you into the palace of Saul to sit down there and play music, even though he's going to throw a spear and kill you. You have to do this. You all give it up for Brother Justin. Thank you so much. For some people, they don't know that the time has come. It's time to pursue and overtake, like the word of the Lord gave to David. Now you are not going to stay like this. You're going to run. And then it's like, God, what are you saying? Are you saying I should run? Prayer lets you understand the voice of God. Most believers say, I don't know if God is speaking. It's because you have not understood how to understand or discern the voice of God. Amen. Prayer becomes the channel. Isaiah 30 verses 21 says, you will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. But same God that speaks through a voice is same God that will pass by like a storm. And he will use his hand to cover your face so you don't be destroyed. You know, someone like Moses, model something practical for us. He said, we will not go forward unless your presence goes with us. It is much more advantageous and profitable to stay in one place and wait on the Lord than to run so much far and to realize you're going to come back there and repeat the same thing so you can get further. Moses says, we're going to wait here, Exodus. We're going to wait here until God speaks. It's in Exodus 14 verses 13. Every major decision made without the voice of God is a gamble with your destiny. If you have it on the screen, you can put that. Every decision made without the voice of God is a gamble on your destiny. And most people have gambled upon their destiny. Some of us are paying the price of parents and generations that have gambled on their destiny. Some of us are waging wars. Some of you are waging wars that should have been defeated long ago by generations, and we're carrying them because they gambled on their destiny. You know, people think speed in God's kingdom is running. What is speed without direction? How would you be running without direction and guidance? People find themselves in that kind of regards, where they just run without direction. Let's go back to that Bible verse real quick. Exodus 14 verses 13 to 15. It says, and Moses said to the people, do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which will be accomplished for you today. For the Egyptians which you see today, you shall see them no more forever. Verse 14, check what happened now. And the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Verses 15. And the Lord said to what? Moses. And the Lord said, and the Lord said, and the Lord said, and the Lord said. For every major decision of your life, there needs to be, and the Lord said. The greater the weight of the decision, the greater the input of the Lord will say. I will come into guidance, and let me just move forward because I'm going ahead of myself. And the Lord said to Moses, why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to what? Go forward. Why did you cry to me? That's prayers. He cried out to God. God, what would you have me do? Show us the way. God said, you're going to move forward. They will have not experienced the greatest miracle in the Bible, splitting of the Red Sea, if they have not. I call it the greatest miracle because it's just crazy to split the whole Red Sea. I think the death of Jesus and resurrection is the greatest miracle. But people call it the greatest miracle. You see, that could have not happened if they've not had the voice of God move forward. What if they started building canals and underground bridges? I mean, remember, they were slaves. They know how to do constructions. And they were building pyramids. So they get to the Red Sea. Their intellect will tell them, you go bring those stones, start, get the mud, get some limestone. Let's get some group to start digging some limestone over there. We're going to put the mud and limestone together. We're going to create bricks. We're going to start loading it into the Red Sea. Sometimes believers, that's what we're doing. Instead of praying and seeking God's face, we use our intellect to find solution to right the things that are standing right in front of us. And now realize, if you cry out to God, He's going to say, hey, move forward.